strap and one strapless. I literally need to go bra shopping if I want to wear bras.
Yeah.
But if I think I want to sometimes because it helps my posture.
Does it?
For me, the straps. The constant pull of the straps just make me go like, okay, then just shove the titties out.
I have like 6 bras, but I only wear like
one, and then you
I wear 2. And I don't think they fit me that well.
Yeah.
But then I like it because
the comfort, the feel.
Yeah, the fabric. Then,
and also you get attached to your favorite bra.
That's true.
Every girl has that one bra that she wears
Bro.
and does not wash me.
That's true.
I swear my black bra has not been washed for ages, but it smells nice.
I don't have a plain, no, actually I do have a plain black bra, but it's what's this?
I don't know what that cut is called.
Yeah, it's this cut.
But I know what you mean.
But it tries to kill me because like the thingy, what is it called? The
wires.
The wire.
The underwire.
It digs into me and I'm just like, bitch, what you trying to do?
Me, when it happens on the chest. And I'm like, why are you trying to kill me directly in my sleep?
Bros are always trying to kill you.
True.
It doesn't make sense to me.
Anyway, we're on.
We're on?
Sweet, let me tell you something. When the spice so sweet, let me tell you. When the spice so sweet, let me tell you something. When the spice so sweet, let me tell you.
Welcome back to the double-sided tape.
Welcome.
I don't know which camera to look at, but
That one.
hey, I wish you got that weird
I
thing.
know.
Ashley, Nimrat,
Yes.
and we're back with another episode. Can we wish guys happy Madaraka Day?
Happy late Madaraka. Happy belated Madaraka. Happy
Happy
Madaraka.
belated Madaraka Day. We got freedom from the British, but
That's something.
not their men.
Damn.
Joking. But
That's a
British
conversation we need to have.
men. About what? Men or British men?
Oh, wait, but you're brown. Wait.
Wait, what do you mean? Are you already sidelining me because of my color?
No.
I'm
Oh,
just
damn.
joking.
Okay, that sounds bad. Have you been with a white man?
I don't like white man. I've not been like that. He turned me off by the time he got halfway.
Halfway through conversation?
No,
or
halfway through a makeout session.
Why?
I don't know. I think I've talked about this before. I just think even when you watch porn videos and you look at like white guy dick, like no offense. I mean, I do like Australians. Maybe that's as much as I could go. But fish and chips dick look like pink, bro. It looks like the blusher on my cheeks.
It's like sausage before it's cooked.
Yeah, and that's disgusting. And when you look at it, you're just like,
This is blowing up my phone.
And
It's not appealing.
It's not appealing because I don't know. I told you, I like color. Like a bit of pigment is fine.
We can tell.
So if it's so Australian is as white far as I could go.
Okay.
Because I think they still have some pigment.
Aborigine in them.
Yeah. That's the word I was looking for. And I was
Aborigine,
like,
yeah.
that's the one.
A friend of mine actually asked me that. A male friend of mine asked me that.
Have you been though?
No, but I've had actually like second base. But
That's
I was
what I'm
young.
saying, yeah, like-
yeah.
Yeah.
I was younger, but I don't think I'd go. I mean, I'd like to experience it, but I don't think I'd do it. A lot of white men have had crushes on me, though.
Of course.
It's
I mean,
but I'm not their type. Like I got thighs, I got tits. Like I'm a thick babe. I've got arms and nyash.
well, it depends. If the Malindi guys like the skinny babes, but the rest, I think that bunda is working, honey.
I don't know.
It's only the
Anyway.
Malindi guys who like the skinny babes.
We never know. We never know. Anyway, talking about bras. So before we started, we had already started. We're talking about bras. And I was thinking about it. I literally have that one bra that I'm two bras that I'm consistently wearing. And like for us big titty girls, it's very hard to find bras. Let's start there.
That fit.
That fits. And if you're getting like a proper fit, it's stupidly expensive.
Can we just talk about that for 1 second? By the way, guys, it was my birthday. It's still my birthday month. Well, yeah, no, it wouldn't be until we release
Did
this
we wish
episode.
you happy birthday? We did.
Yeah, you did. But can you just give me a voucher to go buy bras? Because that shit is expensive.
It's expensive.
Like, I remember buying bras for like, okay, wherever I used to shop. I used to buy bras for like 800 a bra. This is like 4 years ago. Right now, a bra is like 2.5 plus. What? 800, Bob? Girl, talk to me
Let me
nicely.
tell you, I've never had my bra lower than 4,000 bob.
4,000, Bob.
Bro.
And I find 2,500 expensive from Mr. Price.
Bro. Oh my God. Firstly, when you walk into certain stores, they will not have your size.
For you.
For me, specifically.
Big titties, yeah.
Big titties, right?
Yeah.
They will never have my size. So you have to kind of compromise, do a bigger, what is this called?
Waist, the band.
Big band.
Yeah.
And a
Smaller
smaller
cups.
cup so that it can kind of compensate for, but it still is not the perfect fit. Then when you go to certain, I mean, do I just shout them out? Let me do it because I've been buying from them anyway.
Shout them out.
Double D's is my go-to, and Calves. That's why I always get my perfect fit. They also like take your measurements and stuff like that. So that's why I've gotten my perfect fits.
And that's so important, the measurements.
The least amount of money I have spent on a bra is 5,000 flat.
Are you kidding me?
No. Even when I walk into like other stores, because usually I don't know if they price them based on the size.
Oh, you think so?
Or
I
I
never
don't know.
noticed that. It could be possible.
You'll realize a lot of like very basic bras, like plain black, plain cream,
Like the
plain
t-shirt,
brown.
t-shirt bras.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Those are the bigger sizes. And they're a little bit more expensive and they come in like sets. The least I have ever spent, actually, let me go back a little bit when I was a smaller size. That was like 354. But right now, I do not spend anything less than 5,000.
Are you crazy? And then you want to leave your bra at your side guy's house?
Oh, no, we don't
For
do that.
what?
You carry your bra.
Yeah, you know what babes do though.
You carry.
Yeah, you know what
Why are you
babes
leaving your
do.
bra?
See, Ati, there's a whole thing about I was here before, you know, that kind of a thing. Even panties ain't cheap. Come on, let's talk about it.
Facts.
Yeah, like me spending 2.5 on a bra kills my soul, and I'm like, I just need this thing to hold my titties. I'm gonna use my hands. I'll just walk around like this. It's fine. But even panties are expensive.
Yeah,
like
facts.
it blows my mind. Since we're talking about expensive products for women, for example, bras and panties. There's also this one thing that I saw. I want to talk about it, Kidogo. The governor, he announced, what did he announce? Like something to do with a bill for sanitary pads and providing sanitary pads. And that shit blew my mind because look, I get it. It's a good idea. It looks great on PR. But can we just talk about how pads are still heavily taxed in Kenya?
Valid. And
Like it blows my, can we start with reducing pad tax before even we talk about having a bill for it in the finance
my thing
department?
is, you walk into any, case in point, the university we're in, USIU, you walk into any bathroom, male, female,
Yeah.
you find condoms,
Those red packs.
right? What are they called? Is that
Sure.
one?
Sure. Yeah, the
also,
red packs.
Austin is in the building as always.
Hey.
Hey, ooh.
Austin casual.
Yeah, so you find those red packs and they're unlimited. Like they refill them like it's tissue paper.
Yep.
The one thing that I wish toilets had, tampons and pads. Like just the most simple thing you can have, tampons and pads. Why? I understand sexual health, blah blah. We don't want to contaminate people, yada yada yada.
Yeah.
But it's so important to also concentrate on. It's so expensive. Like pads and
Plus,
tampons
this
are
is
so
a
expensive.
natural process. Like I am not
It's
out
like
here.
busting a nut.
No, it's not.
It's not. Actually, it's more complex than that.
It's more complex than that. I'm trying to give us some validity.
Let's go. I'm sorry.
No, I mean, yeah, if you think about it, it's a natural process, number
True.
one. Number two, a lot of women in this country don't have access to basic sanitation. So and the thing is, it all comes down to affordability. If we can have, okay, I don't know, me, I used to remember cigarettes used to be 10 bob. Maybe zimepanda sujui. But if we can have...
Well,
So you quit.
I did. But before I quit, they were like 20 bob.
Oh, they were 20 bob.
Yeah.
Okay. So anyway, if a cigarette is 20 bob, why are we still buying the smallest packet of pads for more than 100 shillings?
True. They're usually like 220 or something of the sort.
Yeah, like where can we have ways that we can literally sell per pad, make it a bit cheaper, sell a pad at 5 shillings
Yeah.
so that the slowest consumer can be able to afford that.
True.
And it's super sad. And then when they bring bills like this, we have women's rep in Nairobi. The fuck are you doing? Yeah, I'm asking you live.
Yeah, that's true.
Because there's so many people suffering. And again, menstruation is natural. So yeah, I feel like I wish we had them in like bathrooms.
Yeah.
And also need to give a shout out to the girlies who always come through. You know, there's always a girlie there. I started my period.
Oh,
Do you have a
yes.
pad? Do you have a tampon? And everyone pulls one out.
Yes.
So that's very nice.
Also, this ladies who do heels for pads. Shout out to them. I think they're doing a
seen
great
that.
job. Like they literally like bring your shoes, or I don't know how they do it.
Your heels.
Your
and then
heels
you sell them, then the money goes
into buying pads for, the babes who don't have, the girlies who don't have access to pads like that. So I think that's a great initiative. I have a couple of friends who have actually, for their birthdays, instead of going out to the Dunda and stuff like that, like they literally put a donation out, and they're like, this year for my birthday, what I want to do is, contribute to heels for pads. So send in the money, blah, blah. So I think that's a great initiative.
Yeah.
Now, what other people need to do, even in offices, schools, offices, like just general public areas. Yeah, just put in pads, the girlies need, like the man them got condoms. I mean, it's for babes too, but
I mean, do they really even use those condoms? Let's be real, man.
Can I ask you, Austin, have you ever utilized those red packs in USIU?
Not in USIU, but I have used them in my heydays.
Really?
Yes, I have.
Are they good quality? Because me, I never trusted
very
that
lousy
shit.
quality.
Do they break?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they pop up on you.
Easy.
Easy.
I was having a conversation with my friend
Especially
actually.
with Excel guys.
Now, come on.
You should know. I was having a conversation with my friend, and he was telling me, even when he's smashing with a condom, he literally pulls out because he doesn't think condoms are 99.9%, safe. Because there's several, he was telling me there's several times where he's pulled out and he's just like, the thing is just, it's just a
wobbly.
little ring.
Yeah.
The thing has gone off. But anyway.
Me, I remember those guys used to drop those condoms in blue and white. Like, guys used to come down, like, during that HIV/AIDS sexual prevention month. At Blue, they would throw them under your door. So legit, I open my door in the evening, I find like a pack of condoms down there, like 6, 7, 8. And I'm like, what do I do with these?
True.
Now imagine those were pads.
I was just, honestly, imagine if those were pads. But let me tell you, I think I talked about this in our earlier episodes. The one thing that has changed my life is the menstrual cup.
Oh, yeah.
Like, and I understand, like, it wouldn't be as easy for other girlies to use them. Girlies who don't have access to, like, water.
And sanitation.
Because then you have to, like, literally soak it in hot water and stuff like that. But that's the best thing that has happened to me. Because you can wear it for as long as you can. I think it's about 12 hours, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, apparently.
It feels like nothing is in you.
And then they last long, right?
They last long. There's no leakage. You literally reuse them, so you don't have that stress of, oh shit, I don't have a tampon. Oh shit, I don't have a pad.
I just need a bathroom. I wash this.
True. And usually, like when I know my period is about to come, because sometimes it comes 3 days early, 3 days late. Sometimes you never know. Mainly if you have inconsistent
partners.
But,
no, blood flow. Hormones.
You never know, when it's gonna come. So I always have it in my bag, and when it comes, you just like pop it right in.
Sorry, you're just not making this serious.
It's a valid
I'm
point.
trying not to laugh about the
But it's a good investment. I'll tell you, girlies, if you can afford it, do it, because then you don't have the stress of like. Usually, what I used to do. I used to mass buy pads and tampons and just put them in my house. But then at some point, you forget that you need to mass buy again.
Yeah.
Then you end up, like, your period comes and you're just like, oh shit, okay, I need a but you always forget that little tampon in your bag or whatever.
There's always that one lying around.
But you're like, oh shit, okay, I don't have anything to use. Yeah, so it's a great investment, I would say.
I'll try to find my way around that stuff. I'm still a bit like... I don't know if I should say this, but just a tiny bit icked out. Just because.
You have a whole man entering you. What?
No, it's not about the fishing. For me, it's about the sight of the blood. Like, I can stand sight of the blood or whatever.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's just a bit of an ick. I don't know.
Oh, yeah, because you literally have to empty.
Yeah, physically.
You have to empty it out.
I don't mind going in there and chucking it out, but it's just the physical of emptying it.
But you don't have to look at it. Like, so what I do.
For me, it's the messiness. Like,
oh, yeah. It doesn't
get
have
messy.
to be. I've never been messy with it.
Yeah.
Like, when I take it out, I just tilt it.
I'm trying to see how you did it.
Okay. So, what you do, you take it out and tilt it into the toilet.
Oh.
Yeah, so I don't have to see it. The only thing I have to do is just like clean it.
Wash it.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
I'm going to try it, but I
So,
might need some help.
Yeah. In public, I've never changed it in public because then I don't really need to. I can stay with it for up to 12 hours, if I'm not wrong. I'll have to confirm that.
Also depends on your flow, and it's a very personal thing. Yeah.
Not necessarily. Okay, true, but not necessarily, because they have different sizes. So if you have a long, what is it called?
So how do you know that what size is for you? Because now I don't know.
You put in your fingers.
And then you see how many.
Yeah.
Okay.
They literally have instructions. So if it reaches here,
nice. So it's
a,
this size.
Yeah, it's a small. If it reaches here, it's a regular.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah. So put it in. Feel how far. We're educating you, girlies. We're educating you, but it's a great investment.
So let me ask you guys. How would you feel if a man has all these things at his disposal in his house?
I'd be very comfortable.
Me too.
Like you won't be vexed. Like you won't ask like, "Mbono kona hizi vitu hapa?"
No.
First of all, I think it's very impressive because like
care.
my boyfriend doesn't store that stuff in his room. Like, first of all, me, I'm going to be honest. And a lot of
You're not impressed.
I'm not impressed. A lot of broad boys are usually have taboo speaking about periods because their moms put that thing. Me, I really like talking about from a cultural perspective because I do realize that the problems the men in I can speak for my community, that my community have if because of their mothers. Like, they don't have these open conversations with them. And then they don't know much about you. So if I went to a guy's house, whether it's my friend, my boyfriend, or just a man's house, and he got all the sanitary products, imagine I'm impressed.
Yeah.
I'm like, you've put thought into it. You've put someone else in front of you for a second. Like, even though you do have women coming in, you are smashing women, you do look at them as human beings enough for you to put stuff ready for them. So I think
Kudos.
Also,
like, you care.
You care.
It just, all the ticks have just been, everything has been cancelled on the list, and now you're at the top of it, you know?
Because I know Austin's asking, because like a lot of women would be like, why do you have pants in your house? Like, who are you keeping in the house? That's not me.
True.
I mean, what if he's just kept them for his house help even? You never know.
True.
Even your cleaning ladies need supplies when they come over.
And I think it's so important for men to also just understand the general, how women's body work, you know? Like, a lot of men don't know anything.
By the way, you don't.
Let's just be. Do you know how many days a menstrual cycle is?
Is it 3?
Okay. 3. Give me a range.
I think 3 to 5 days. Probably.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
And after how many days?
I think ovulation is usually a week, if I'm not wrong.
After?
A week before the menstrual cycle. And then the ovulation period is not the safe days, Summer. And then you have the menstrual cycle that's commenced from either 3 to 5 days. That's what I think it is.
Not bad.
Not bad. You
would score like a B-.
Maybe a C. But you've tried. Like, you have the knowledge, you just don't know the mechanics of it. Because so women's cycle is between 21 to 28 days.
Yeah. But it could go up to 32 days.
Yeah, 32 days depending on your cycle and how irregular it is. Women have the periods between 3 to 5 days. Ovulation starts a week or so after your period. Then your next period is going to come about 2 weeks after that.
About 3 weeks.
3 weeks after
because
that.
Then you go through like another mini ovulation before a week and then your period.
So you guys just have 3 sane working days with your hormones.
Actually, if you think about it, you only have one hormonally balanced week.
Yeah. Or 2, depending on how many days.
Yeah.
So, okay, we don't menstruate for 28 days.
That much I know.
Yeah, it's 3 to 5 days. God bless. You are the favorite ones if you menstruate for 3 days. Amen to you.
I go for 7.
I go 5. Yeah, but you have to have a discussion about your
the PCOS thing. Should we get into it right now then?
We should.
Yeah, let's just talk about it because we're in Fem Talk. Let's Fem Talk.
Also, a lot of women have been asking you to do it because there are a lot of women who are going through it.
PCOS is, first of all, the hardest thing about PCOS is they don't diagnose it in good time. And a lot of the people, it goes 2 ways with not dermatologists. I've been skinning too much.
OBGYN.
Yes. your
Well, our language has refused.
hey, today me have
OBGYN.
Yeah, thank you.
That's why we have Austin. Yes. So when you go to that doctor, you could either be lucky and A, they could scare you with the diagnosis or number, or B, just not diagnosis at all and just like downplay your hormonal imbalance.
Yeah.
And I do not understand. Maybe if you are a gynecologist, please come and explain to me why you all are always in a hurry to give women birth control. Yani,
Don't I have a story for that?
kitu kidogo, birth control. Ati, as long as they know you're sexually active,
Yeah.
birth control. And I'm like, honey, if I don't choose to use birth control, it's for a reason. Anyway, speaking about PCOS, so I had my PCOS diagnosed, I don't know when exactly, 2015, wait, let me just count it in my head. 16, 17, about 2017. And I realized I gave myself PCOS because you can
How?
do that by not maintaining a good diet, stress, and having unhealthy lifestyle habits and bad sleeping patterns. And all of that can affect your menstrual cycle. A lot of women really ignore it. Like, oh. But in the long run, it took like a year for me to be diagnosed with it.
Wow.
I had irregular periods. So anyway, I went to the gynecologist. She's like, okay, let's do a scan. It's like, you got cysts. Now, I can't remember how big they were at that time, but she's like, oh, you got little cysts around your ovaries. That was the first diagnosis in Nairobi.
Damn.
But remember, it's, the big hospitals, so they gotta make some choms.
Yeah.
I'm like, I. She's like, I'm like, so what do I do for it? She's like, do birth control. I said, no. Then she gave me the diet chart that, you need to focus on what you eat food with like high in protein, less carbs. But the problem that I found with her diet, it was very restrictive. It was like, cut down sugar, cut down carbs, cut down milk, cut down this and that. And you're like, Kwani, what do you want me to eat?
Yeah.
Anyway, I followed her. Wait, sorry. I think a sneeze is coming. I have a homa.
Everybody's
Anyway, it's gone.
coughing, sneezing.
It's gone. So yeah, I listened to her for like a month. It was not working. Luckily, I went back to Kitale. And I don't know why, but maybe I'm just attached. But I feel like these small town doctors really know their shit.
They do, actually.
Because a lot of these doctors, they don't work necessarily. I mean, at the time I was growing up or whatever, with the intention of making money like a business.
It's a passion.
It was a passion. And they were out here helping people. So I went to him and he goes like, look, you have like one cyst around and they are building up. But he's like, you don't need to be afraid. And he's like, don't take birth control. He told me, he's like, you don't need
She
it.
put you on birth control when
She wanted to. By the way, I've rejected birth control every time they've told me to
Really?
take it. Every single time I've said no. I just don't feel like I'm comfortable with it. Yeah, anyway, I went back and he goes like, okay, you do have a problem. It is borderline PCOS. But he's like, the way the doctors in Nairobi are treating it, wanakushtua. They're like, this is nothing that's so problematic unless your cysts are too huge that, it creates a complication.
Yeah.
Do you know, in Nairobi, I was told I needed to be operated to burn those cysts. And I'm like...
always the go-to.
Always the go-to. So I went and asked him, I'm like, what's happening with that? He's like, no, you don't need. He's like, your cyst can be removed naturally by yourself. So he just gave me a period regulator just to restart. And those ones you can take them. They don't have side effects. A regulator, I took a regulator. So after that, I don't remember going back for any tests, for any doctors. I told it, fuck it, I'm going to deal with it myself.
Yeah.
Because anyway, I'll know if I'm okay if my period comes regularly. Because I was having periods after 40 days, 40 to 45 days.
Jeez.
Yeah.
And how long were they? Still the 7 days?
7 days, but 40 to 45 days. And then I have all the PCOS symptoms. I do have like growth on my face. I do have weak hair. I gained weight. And you see, a lot of the belly fat I have is in the bottom, and it's all because of the whole PCOS hormonal weight kind of thing. So anyway, long story short, I dealt with it by just having a good diet, but not a restrictive diet, please. Don't deny your body of the foods that it needs. Because I was told, ati uskule ugali, ati no carbs. I'm like,
At
bruh,
all?
no carbs. Go to a carb-free diet. And I'm like, why? But you need carbs for energy.
And protein as well.
No, protein was the one
High.
recommended. High protein, low carb diet. And I was like,
Unakula nyama aje bila ugali.
girl, first of all, now she's talking from a girl from the Western County. Punkoma representation.
Exactly.
Punkoma.
Make it make sense.
I mean, like I got this masquims from Western County. I eat ugali like at least twice or thrice a week. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? You know?
Oh, wow. So, okay, what made you actually go to hospital, or what made you think that you had?
The irregularities. So the one way that I think as a woman, you should, number one, track your period.
Yeah.
Use the period tracker. So after you've used a period tracker, you'll realize patterns. And if you delay for like 30, 32 days, I think that's still normal according to what my doctor told me. But the moment it passes 34 days,
It's pushing.
So if you realize, and that could happen once in a while, so don't panic. But if you see it's a pattern for like 4 to 5 months, I think that's a good time to go see a gynecologist.
Were you having really painful cramps?
Extreme. Like my cramps, I feel like now they're better. Like as my PCOS heals, it gets better.
But do you think that's always a sign of it?
Not exactly. Sometimes I do agree, especially when it comes to, is it endometriosis that they don't diagnose really quickly?
Yeah.
So I think, as a woman, if you can afford it, be going for checkups, but also just be aware of your body and how it functions. Because, bro, my cramps at that time, I remember I wake up in the morning and I can't walk to the kitchen. I'm on my knees.
That bad?
It's that bad. I'm literally in tears on my knees.
Yeah.
But again, just back to how you can get rid of your PCOS.
Yeah.
I realized
You
something.
didn't tell guys what PCOS is.
Oh,
yeah.
PCOS is polycystic ovary syndrome. It happens when your ovaries produce cysts and they grow outside your ovaries. Yeah. So that's what happens. The way I dealt with it, something I quite realized with PCOS is a lot of doctors are going to tell you lose weight. My doctor told me, my gynecologist, I went back to her in January. I don't know why I went there. Anyway, long story. I went to her and she... I know.
You know why?
A story for another day.
Story time. Okay. Let's focus.
Let's focus. I just clicked.
This one is going to be juicy. We're going to come back.
So I realized that they'll tell you to lose weight, and most of the time they don't consider the fact that your height plays a part in your bone structure, and they're the worst people to tell you to lose weight because they're just measuring it around your age. Yeah. And they don't do anything else. Anyway, they'll tell you to lose weight and they'll tell you to go through this low carb diet. But here's the key. There's a hormone in our body called cortisol. Now, PCOS is actually a result of extreme cortisol levels for a lot of people. You can get it because of insulin resistance, but a lot of the cases it's cortisol, especially for women who are active and healthy. So the idea is when you're working out is to balance your cortisol levels. So essentially when they tell you lose weight, what are you going to do? Jump on the treadmill, do high intensity workouts. You know what that's going to do? It's just going to spike your cortisol levels. So it's like you're doing reverse job.
Oh, wow.
So ideally for women with PCOS, and if your cortisol is what's affected, you need to do slow weighted exercises in the long run. And that's why they recommend a lot of weightlifting, weight training for women with PCOS, because you're not doing high intensity workouts. Your cortisol is balanced. And if you eat protein rich foods, things like eggs and avocado is like the gold
and
for this.
It's a healthy fat as well.
And it's healthy fat. So ideally you need to just store your body with healthy fats, slow workouts, and almonds. I realized almonds really regulated. In fact, I cured it with purely almonds.
Wow.
5 soaked almonds in the morning because they've got a certain property that regulates your cortisol levels. Again. Okay. So cortisol is key. Yeah, you sort that out and you're better off.
All right. Damn. It's like more complex.
It's very complex because it's different. Some women actually, it's not cortisol, it's insulin resistant. So they need to like scan why. Is it because of insulin? Is it cortisol?
Which one is it? Yeah, because I'm assuming the different measures to take when you're trying to get through the insulin or the I'm not very
I don't know a lot about insulin, but I do know it's a bit different. The diets of that is now where you don't eat too many processed sugars and stuff because now that spikes your insulin. So me, I was being treated like almost an insulin, but I realized my PCOS is cortisol.
Yeah.
Because now I've been less stressed. I've been working out, like moving around. My periods are normal.
Yes. So you don't get cramps anymore?
No, I do, but it's not as
less
bad.
than.
I
Okay.
don't have to take a painkiller anymore.
Yeah.
Before I was on steroids.
Also, like I always say this. I used to have really bad cramps when I was younger, and it was bad to the point where I used to have like convulsions, like really bad. And back to your notes on OBY.
Gynecologists. Men call
OBGYN, yeah.
them gynos.
Gynos.
Yeah.
Back to gynos always giving you birth control. Luckily, mine actually helped.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I went to the gyno because mine was bad. Like I used to pass out. I couldn't do shit. I had shivers, convulsions. Like it was bad. So one day my mom was just like, you know what? Fuck this. We're taking you to the gyno. Went to the gyno. It was a guy, a really nice guy. And he prescribed me birth control. And I still use it to date, actually. And very low on hormones. Like it's and I was, like 15 at the time.
Wow.
Yeah, I was very young. I was 15 at the
That's
time.
very young.
Yeah. So it's called Yasmin. That's what I use to date. Had two options. Get rid of the period completely. I don't know how they were going to do that, but they were going to do it. Or go on the birth control. So those were my only two options. There wasn't anything else, like, solve it naturally eat X, Y, Z, smoke some weed. There are more options to it. So I went on birth control. It really helped, but I was still in a lot of pain. When I got older, eventually I stopped taking the birth control because I was just like, we found the natural herbs, they're coming through and they're doing what they need to do.
It's natural.
But even to date, I remember when I went to get implants. The
arm one thing?
Yeah, arm implants, which is also a form of birth control.
Yeah.
And I remember the doctor was just like, make sure you're very active because you can add a lot of weight.
Yeah.
And that's one thing women are not told when they're being put on birth control, because you will either add a lot of weight or lose.
You will not be the same anyway.
It's one or the other.
And I told this to my gynecologist. You know what she told me? Oh, pills these days don't do that. And I'm like, girl, gone are the days where you're the only professional in this world.
Exactly, because you can get other feedback. Because now when I went to inquire about it, she was just like, make sure you stay very active because you will probably add a lot of weight. Because my body type is like, I add weight.
I like that she was honest with you, though. Me, I don't like the fact that you really convinced me while lying to me about the effects. Yeah.
And that's the thing. You also need to do your research.
Yeah.
I have a friend who every time she goes to a hospital, she's told something by the doctor and she's just like, okay, are you sure? Yeah. Oh, listen, I give props to all doctors, but even you individually, you also need to do your research to see how better naturally to treat some things. But let me tell you, I'm the first person to go to hospital when I feel a pain. I will go to hospital, but I'll also diagnose myself. I'll be like, yeah, I think this is what it is. Anyway, back to periods and birth control. So to date, I use it because it regulates my hormones. Sometimes it makes my period a little bit late, but it's still within the range. So if you're on birth control, you already know you usually take it for, I think it's 21 days. Then you stay in between those 7 days, or I don't know, maybe my math is fucked. But the week that you're on your period, you're not meant to take it.
Yeah.
And then you take it from like the first Sunday after your period. So that one birth control that I've been taking since I was like 15 is what I still use to date.
Wow.
And I think it's the only one that works for me. And the only reason I started on that is because the doctor now gave my mom a couple of options. My mom, being the mother that she is, Googled each and every one of them, looked at each and every side effect, what are the hormone levels, and she literally told him, this is the one that I want.
Okay.
Called her doctor friends, and she was just like, because she has wives of gynos. Called them and was just like, okay, which one would you actually recommend, blah, blah. So also do your research and get feedback from not one, but several.
And I feel like it's a trial and error thing. True. Like if it works for you, it might not work for you. And then maybe a different one can work for you. The thing is, I was just not ready for all of that.
Yeah. So you've never been on...
Never been on birth control.
Okay, let me go back to the PCOS.
Yeah.
Let me go back to that. So, okay, if I have really bad cramps, does that mean
you
have
have
it?
PCOS, not exactly. You could have different conditions. It could be PCOS, endometritis, or your cramps are just painful.
Valid.
Yeah, or
Valid.
your uterus just contracts like that, and that's it.
That's
the
it.
thing is, you just need to go get it checked if it's uncomfortable. And the doctor, again, this is where we rely on the doctors. But for me, it's the solution providing that annoys
True.
me. The diagnosis is usually there. It's just that you don't work on solutions that work with me and you. Because I told my guy in the last time, I'm like, listen, I really don't want to take birth control. What else can I do?
Give me more options.
Yeah, give me more options. And there are no options.
Yeah.
And I don't know if this is because there's a lack of research in that area, which I think predominantly could be in terms of medicine.
Yeah.
Or it's just that I think the easiest solution people do give is birth control. Like, just eat a pill, get over it.
Also, going back to doctors back in the rural areas are doing this more
Yeah.
for passion,
Yeah.
and the ones in the towns are doing
Urbans.
this more for the money. You'll realize if you go to a hospital, a lot of these people have their own like pharmaceuticals
Oh,
or
yeah.
private practices, so it kind of makes it's a little dodgy. But
Mm-hmm.
I understand why some of them will now move away from the big hospitals to do their own thing,
Own thing, yeah.
because they also see people being short.
Shortchanged.
Shortchanged,
Yeah,
yeah.
It happened. Like, I have a by the way, I go to a doctor. I found a private doctor in Resambu, out of all places. And let me tell you, the guy knows his shit. And we asked him, like, why are you not in a big hospital?
Yeah.
And he goes like, I used to work there. That was my goal. But at one point, I saw how they treat patients that are of low income,
Yeah.
and the kind of inhuman treatment. I'm not saying all hospitals do that,
yeah.
but like, yes, the way the doctors were treating those people, it was kind of bothering him. And he says that the prices of medication in the hospitals have such a high markup. He said, for me, I have a poor woman who's trying to buy this medicine,
Yeah.
but the markup is high. And for me, I'm like, why? So he opened his own clinic. It's small, but let me tell you, he treats a lot of people, up to the point that he does not charge them anything, to a point where he truly feels like enyewe ni things are not good.
Yeah.
He's like, this is my private clinic. I can give you the medicine.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Also considering pharmaceuticals is the biggest business
Hey.
in the world.
It's controlling the whole world.
In the world,
The
yeah.
COVID and the whole
But so I had H. pylori.
had. What do you mean? It's gone.
Everybody has H. pylori.
But it's there in your
Yeah,
body.
let me tell you about this. So I haven't even started my kids. I remember the
You need
last
to do that
episode.
as soon as
I'm
possible,
not
honey.
doing it.
Why?
I'm not. Let me tell you. So a friend of mine was admitted to hospital. So I went to see them. Then I started telling them about how my stomach has been acting funny, blah blah, and they were like, "You think this is a joke, yeah? Okay, go get checked."
Yeah.
So I went to get checked that Friday. When I posted up, and I was just like, "Wow, this is how my weekend starts." Then I texted them, and I was just like, "A girl has H. pylori," and he got so mad. He was like, "There's nothing like H. pylori. Everybody has H. pylori. It's just when the levels heighten."
It's true, yeah.
Like, and they literally told me, "Don't take that kit. It's only gonna make you feel worse, and it's gonna make you basically not. It's not gonna make you get better. It's just gonna make you. You're wasting your money. You're gonna feel like shit, and you're wasting your money. You're wasting your 7 days or your 1 month."
Yeah.
Sent me a specialist number. Was this like he's called a
He's a George specialist, like a tummy specialist.
yeah, like the gas.
Yeah,
ga-
the guys, whatever.
Gastroenterologist.
The thing.
Hey, English.
This is why Austin is in our lives.
Oh man.
So he sent me the specialist number. It was just like, listen, go chat with this guy. He's literally gonna tell you not to take those kids. Then I told my other friend, and I hadn't seen this. There's a doctor. He's called Dr. Rain. Shout out to him. He usually does TikToks.
I've seen him. Yeah.
On like he's debunking myths and
Yeah.
like a lot of. He recently got a kid. So he's been talking about like parenting and what kids also, what mothers and fathers also need to know about, the children's health and stuff like that. Apparently, he did a TikTok on the same thing. How we're literally being ripped off with this 7-day, 12-day, 1 month, because those H. pylori kits are fucking
Expensive.
insane. And
Yeah.
stupidly, I paid more for the kit
More
than I
than the
did
test.
for my tests.
I'll hold you there because I had H. pylori last year. I took the kit because I think the kit is not necessary,
Yeah.
to be honest. But at that point, it was something new to me and I didn't do my research and I was really sick because I used to like get food poisoning all the time. Turns out it was just the H. pylori that's acting up. So anyway, the kit.
Yeah.
I managed to do the kit for, was it 2 weeks? I did the 2 weeks kit and after that I was like, I'm done.
You're done.
And then that's when I started like researching into it. And that's when I was like, oh yeah, everybody has H.
Yeah.
pylori.
It's just
You
your
don't-
levels.
It's just your levels, and that obviously gave me a lot of acidity issues.
Yeah.
Like I do need to see a stomach specialist for that. But anyway, I've been regulating it again naturally,
And it's very let me tell you, after you told me that, I was just like, yeah, fuck this kit. I feel pain because I spent money on it, but you know what? It's okay. And
that kit is not friendly.
it's not friendly because it
I
makes
took
you
it.
feel worse.
Hey.
This would have been my second time taking it. And the first time I took it was a full month. Because
You did a full month?
I did a full month and it was terrible. Like I used to sit there, I used to go out and I'm sitting there watching people drink and having a good time. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm on the kit. Anyway, that's not the moral of the story. So this would have been my second time taking it. And after he told me that, I was just like, honestly, I'll go see the stomach what's the name again?
Gastroenterologist.
Thank you. I'll go see him eventually, but right now let me see how I can actually manage it by myself.
You can, yeah.
And literally, like I low-key changed my diet. I ate more fruits. I'm eating more fruits, more veggies.
Less fried food and them lots, because that's what fucks you up.
And what I generally don't eat junk.
Yeah.
So I'm just focusing on now eating protein, but also eating a lot of like beans and dengus.
Also, you need to alkaline your body.
Yeah.
Because with the beans and dengu, ideally, they form gas in your system, and that could increase and make it uncomfortable.
Also,
So-
acidic fruits.
Yeah, acidic fruits.
And veggies.
Honestly, I feel like in the beginning, maybe you can be a bit more particular, but at some point, because I've lived literally with this acid condition for like a year now, a year plus, I still can't drink as much. But that's also because it's because of that whole story.
Yeah.
And I just think you could maybe not focus so much on the whole acidic fruit aspect, just focus on keeping your stomach full and laced as much as possible with healthy things and eat shorter meals throughout the day, and that will generally reduce your acid levels because it has food to eat, and that's it.
And drink water.
And cabbage juice.
Girl,
Yo,
no.
cabbage juice
Hell
helps.
to the no.
Ew.
Okay, if you want something that doesn't taste really bad, let me give you a natural cure. You know lady fingers? Okra.
Oh yeah? Mhm.
Yeah. So it has no taste. You take 4 okras. Trust me. Believe me. Girl, you swallow
I'm
cum.
not-
Shut
I'm-
up. It doesn't taste that bad.
God
It has
damn.
no taste.
That's the problem. It has no taste.
It has.
Why am I chewing shit that doesn't
You
have
don't
taste?
have to chew it. Who said you
I'm
have
not
to chew
making
it?
it. I'm not
Listen.
about to drink green juice.
It's not a green juice.
I
but-
wouldn't drink okra juice.
Listen, Linda. Linda, listen. You just have to soak it in water. When you cut it, you
Oh.
cut in the center, you soak 4 in the water, you remove it, and the next day you drink it. But it doesn't taste like anything. It tastes like water.
Water with a tint.
Barely, nothing. You can't taste
Just like CMOS.
I've never tried CMOS,
I
but
was
it's just
given
water.
I was given CMOS the other day.
Apparently, it's really good for you.
I haven't tried it, and
good.
apparently you're only meant to keep it for a week. So I kind of fucked that up. I kind of fucked that up, but oops. Anyway,
Hey, we've got into medical TikTok. You
listen.
think we're
I
doctors.
swear. Welcome to
Dr. Ring Ding.
That's the name of the pod, Dr. Ring Ding. Thank you for joining us as we walk you through our medical history and our general points of view. So yeah, we're going to switch it up because we're not doctors, so don't listen to us, but we have experience. So
We have
listen
mine
to
experience.
us. Listen to us. So, bad transition. Today I'm doing the bad
Okay, let's
transition.
go.
We're wrapping it up with this story, okay?
So,
Oh.
I want to start with, let me tell you.
How long are we? Is this the last story I'm telling?
Okay.
Let me tell you. So, last week's podcast, right? Last week's podcast, we talked about how I'm gonna be more like I'm gonna drop my ego a little bit more when it comes to men, and I'm gonna ask them for things. Kindly read what's on the notes.
I don't have my phone, but I saw
Oh,
something
shit.
like 30.
US dollar.
US dollars?
30,000.
No, wait. Did you get that money?
Wait.
Is your bank account
This
in
is-
dollars?
I wish.
Are you taking me to lunch?
I was so tempted.
Are you
So,
taking me shopping?
story time. Girl, you would have known if I had that. You would have have that kind of money. And you would have
known.
fucking known. Ashley will be bawling out of her fucking mind, okay? So, we usually record this during the week, right?
Yeah.
Last week, Friday, after we recorded this, I posted a story. I don't remember what story I posted, but I know I was looking cute. And a gentleman, okay? Also, context, I followed this man because he was following and was being followed by a couple of people
Mutuals, yeah.
Yeah,
You
the
sometimes
mutuals.
do that, yeah.
The mutuals, I was just like, okay, I can trust them. I see them like people that are trustworthy. Anyway, so sends me a DM. I'm going to read this verbatim, okay? At 1:03 p.m., the DM reads, "You're so adorable." Love hat emoji with
Aww.
actually love. What are you? Love
Heart
hat
eye
eye
emojis.
emoji.
Aw.
Come, let me pamper and spoil you, take you around with me, and fuck you so good in all those beautiful destinations. My offer is $30,000 bills. Look at Austin's face. Austin is just like, sorry, what?
And they're out here, babes who don't even get a meal after.
Yo, $30,000. So I saw this and I was just like, what the fuck? So I sent it to Andy and I sent it to another friend of mine, Fiona. And I was just like, what do you think about this? Like, do you think it's legit? Blah, blah. Let's go through his account. Let's see if he's actually serious. Because I was just like, honey, I'm considering it. I've done it for less money. Even none.
Bruh, even none.
I've
Mostly
fucked bad,
none.
I've fucked bad dick.
Yeah.
For nothing.
For nothing. True. That's what I'm saying.
For nothing. So my response was, thank you. With that emoji with the love hearts going around.
Oh, okay.
I'm like, ha ha ha. Well, do I have to fuck you immediately? Question.
That's what you asked him.
Yeah. Question mark. The money and traveling will be great, but I'd like to at least know you a little bit.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, I want to fuck you effective immediately. Let me know whenever you're ready. So I'm also sharing this information
Ash.
with, yes.
Is the demon from my community?
No.
You're saved finally.
He's not from the country, but he's from a African country.
Can I guess?
So he's not from my community.
No. No, he's not from a community. Oh, no.
Oh.
Guess again. Guess what country?
Can we guess out loud?
Yeah.
Ghanaian?
Liberian? South African?
Also, I think he's a catfish.
Ugandan?
Me too.
Tanzanian? The fuck? Where does this come from?
Sudan. If you look at his profile, my friend.
Have you ever watched? There's a
But Sudanese devlots got money, bro.
There's a Dinka documentary, and how they show how the Dinka men go to get married. Do you know they take the bride price naked, stark naked, so that the aunties can actually
What you working with?
yeah they can actually so that they can see, they have like a rod to just lift your junk up and say, okay,
You have
fit.
enough nut in there.
Not just the herds of cattle. Go watch it. I'll drop it in the
No
group.
way.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
But Sudanese men got money, man.
no, so and I know that.
Have
Like
you
Sudan
seen the
money
ones
is different
here?
money.
Sudan money is boo.
So I think he's a catfish as well. So let
Probably.
me finish this conversation, then I'll tell you why. So after he tells me he wants to fuck me effective immediately, so I'm sharing this information and like we're talking about it and we're just like, let's see where we can go with this. So I'm like, haha, okay, what's the catch here? Will I have to do crazy nasty shit out of the norm? He goes, nothing unusual, nothing out of the norm. I just want to suck this dick and let me fuck you. So good. No catch. I am in this purely for fun and good time. So me, I'm just like, listen, why the fuck not?
Yeah.
Now,
Let's go on this roller coaster of a
the
dick.
conversation kind of goes on, and I was just like, I'm not really into that shit, but let me think on it. And he was just like, let me know what you decide. I'll send you money for shopping and your air tickets. I say, cool. So DCI. Okay, we got to do our research. Went
Gotta
through
make
his
sure.
profile, and this is why I think he's a catfish. Went through his profile. He started becoming very active in May 2022. And it was like images back to back to back to back, different countries, you know, showing money, jets, you know, Grand Prix, like the whole shebang. And then in all his stories, I've never seen him post himself. So stories are important
Yes.
because like in your story, if you're taking a video on story, if I don't see you or if I don't see any like mutuals,
Consistently.
yeah. Then it got a little bit more creepy. Every single person he follows no mandem. You know how you can go through a person's profile and you're like, okay, this looks like a regular person.
Yeah.
This looks. The only mandem that he follows are like F1 individuals, football individuals, actors.
Just not normal men.
Not-
so
yeah.
you're telling me you don't have guy friends?
Nothing. And then the babes that he follows, 99% of them are socialite looking. You know, like the thirst trapping, blah blah. Equally as much as the people that follow him. So I was just like, this is too good to be fucking true.
Yeah.
But I really thought about that shit. I was like,
I mean, if you-
$30,000 in my account?
If I were you, I would give him an account, not like I have any, I wish, but an account that's not associated with me, but I still got access to it and be like, okay, throw in the money there and
Yeah.
then we see what's up.
I talked to my uncle about this.
Yeah.
So my uncle recently, I think I said this already, my uncle recently moved from Aussie. He works in banking. So I talked to him about it and he was just like, that's pure fraud. If
Yeah.
that amount of money comes into your account,
It
we
could
will
fuck
flug
you
you.
up. Yeah.
And we'll flug you in association with him.
Yeah.
Because that's fraud.
Yes.
But listen, I'm fine. You can send me the money.
Clean money.
Okay. If you want to drop a bag, drop the bag, boo.
You know what?
I'm fine with it.
The only thing that strikes me about that entire situation is $30,000. You out here, you're offering nothing, just stress and HIV, bro.
Listen. Wrap it up.
Well, not sorry, but
No,
you
sorry,
know,
not sorry. But listen,
STIs and stress.
my price has gone up, bitches. Okay, niggas, step your game. I was about to send every single nigga that I've been involved with that screenshot, just
Of
that
30,000.
one, just that text, and be like, listen, this nigga thinks he can give me $30,000. Do something about
Up
about
your
it.
game. Okay,
Anyway.
that's done. It's a wrap. Like
It's a wrap. Okay, $30,000.
dollar
In the
bills.
account, okay? Spend that. I want to be Diddy and what's her name? Young Miami, whatever the name is. That's what I want to do. Anyway, it's a wrap.
She's like, I'm looking at Ashley like,
Bye.
girl, bye.